Welcome to the Auburn Doubledays pregame show brought to you by Cayuga Community College. I'm Claudia Balfato, joined by the man, JD Rachi. JD, happy 4th. This is exciting.
Baseball, 4th of July, America, it all feels right. America's pastime on the 4th of July.
You can't get any better than that. No, you can't. And we were here yesterday. We had a day game yesterday. Unfortunately, ended in a loss, a 2-1 loss against the West Virginia Black Bears. Started off really strong. Couldn't finish out the series for the sweep, but turning over a new leaf. Game 1 today against Batavia in a new series. Talk a little bit about yesterday though. It was a pretty cliche tough loss. You know, the hits were there, they just weren't hitting it to the right part of the field. Basically, that's all it came down to. They went 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position, left 9 stranded. And Rocket even said after the game, you know, those hits were hard and they were getting those hits in early, but they just weren't going the right way.
We've seen a lot more hard hit baseballs from the Doubledays over the last week or so. Ever since that Williamsport series that kind of got them back on the right track in terms of 3 wins there, 2 of 3 against State College, 2 of 3 now against West Virginia, dating back to the series that just finished up yesterday afternoon. We've seen a lot more hard contact, and sometimes it's baseball. Sometimes you hit baseballs right at the defense, and sometimes the defense makes a couple of nice plays. And that's what happened yesterday against West Virginia. But the other problem was, you mentioned 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position. That can't happen if you're the Doubledays. You got to be able to get them in, get them over, and then get them in again. And you just have to have a little bit more opportunistic hitting in the next couple of days and make sure you get back on the right track. They were doing it really, really well in the first couple of games in that West Virginia series. Now it's just taking the time to say, okay, we're still a really good baseball team. We're red hot right now. 1 loss isn't going to derail us.
And we had Troop up on the mound, and we've seen this guy play. We knew how he played, and we predicted he would have another awesome game. And he did. He struck out 3, went 4 scoreless innings, gave up a single hit. And apparently that kind of performance, you know, brings you straight to Hagerstown.
That'll bring you places. That'll bring you places. Huge day yesterday for Alex Troop. He dominated again. And the impressive part about yesterday's performance from Troop was that in the first game that we saw him at Falcon Park, his second appearance of the season, 8 straight strikeouts to start the game. He had that dominant stuff. Yesterday, only the 3 strikeouts, like you mentioned. He was inducing a lot of weak contact. That shows that he can do it in multiple ways. If the stuff isn't necessarily there one day, hey, I can still induce weak contact and say, yeah, I still got that stuff that you have to worry about as well. So showing off that versatility, that multifaceted nature for Alex Troop was definitely big yesterday.
And let's get into today's game starting lineup. We got Mendez, Sanchez, Perez, who had a hit yesterday, Randa, 2 hits and a double. Flair, that kid is just on
He's red
fire.
Hot.
Pair of hits, a solo homer in the first. And we got Peroni, who I actually got to have a chat with today. We haven't seen too much of him. He had a hit yesterday, but I got to talk with him to see how he's feeling about today's game. What's up, guys? Here with Anthony Peroni. Anthony, tough loss for you guys yesterday. It was a strong start to the series, but a new series now, game 1 against Batavia. What is the main part of your game that you're focusing on the most for a strong performance?
You know, I want to keep having good at-bats, stay with my approach and play good defense, help out our pitcher on the mound, and hopefully we'll come out here with a win.
And you're not new to Auburn. You were here only for 2 games 2 years ago, but how much have you advanced as a player since then?
I feel like I've grown a lot. I trust the coaching staff, trust everyone that's around me, and has helped me get a lot better and helped me grow as a man as well, so I feel good.
And it's a little nerve-wracking in this league knowing that no spot is ever guaranteed. We just saw Bautista head out, Troop and Caulfield all to Hagerstown. What is it like, your mindset going into a game knowing that?
Oh, it's tough. It's a curveball every day sometimes, but that's pro ball. And obviously it's tough losing those guys. They're great players. And we're going to keep battling. We have a bunch of good guys in that locker room over there, and we're ready to go.
All right, we're going to do a little Throwback Thursday today. Bring it back to Nottingham Little League in New Jersey. I just found this out today, guys. Peroni and Jake Alou actually played together growing up, and now you're here playing pro ball. That's like any little kid's dream.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Jake's been one of my best friends since elementary school, and growing up playing with him. It's a great experience to have him here, and we're really excited to take the field today and get a win, hopefully.
Peroni and Alou both on the lineup today for game 1 against Batavia. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And on the mound today, we have Neomar Gomez starting off this home series. But this is the second meeting we've had with Batavia. Earlier in the season, we saw them on the road. We went 1 for 3. Now we're 18 games in, split right down the middle, 9-9. What aspects of this team have changed the most since that first series?
I think it's the confidence of this team, because early on, those Batavia games all came in the early part of the season. You had the one game on opening night, then you got rained out, then you had another rain out, and State College series, you lose 2 there, you go back, you got to play a doubleheader. Lots of things were up and down, topsy-turvy for the Doubledays, and now they're kind of on a more even playing field. They're more even-keeled, and they're a lot more confident. They've won a lot more games now in this season since playing Batavia the last time, so I think they're a little bit more confident. I think they're also probably fired up because this is a Batavia team that's at the very top of the table in the Pinckney division, so a 4-game series when you're only 2.5 games out of the division lead, that's important because you can make up a whole heck of a lot of ground against a really good Batavia team if you play well in these 4 games.
What do you think we can expect from Gomez today, starting on the mound?
Ace stuff. That's the name of the game for Neomar Gomez. He's made a couple of appearances this season. The dude's been absolutely, untouchable this year. That's how good he's been, that I've got my words coming out of the mouth too, not quickly enough, too, a little bit too quickly. Neomar Gomez has been lights out this year, top 10 in the league in ERA, top 10 in the league in WHIP, so he's only really letting a couple, maybe less than 1 runner on base per inning that he pitches, so he has been absolutely fantastic. Wouldn't expect anything less from him tonight.
All right, so expecting to see good things from Gomez. Who else do you expect to see good things from? Let's see, Abner's MVP prediction.
I'm gonna go with the guy that is smoking hot, cannot stop hitting the baseball hard, and can't stop playing good defense either. I'm gonna go with Caldioli Sanflair. Last 2 games against West Virginia, in games 2 and 3 of that series, 2 doubles, a triple, and a solo home run to lead things off yesterday. He stole a bag yesterday. He's playing great defense. Everything is going right now for Caldioli Sanflair. I'm gonna ride the hot hand with Abner's pick.
JD Rachi, thanks so much, and make sure to catch this guy and Jack McMullen on the radio on FingerLakes1.com during the game, and catch us here on FingerLakes1.com after the game for the post-game show. Happy 4th, guys. We're excited for this first game against Batavia. New series at home, first pitch set for 7 p.m. Thanks for watching.